Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I wanted to pop in real quick and give you guys an official intro to this video. I was having some serious girl chat with my bestie and we just got to it to the point where we forgot to really officially like open a video and all that jazz. I was able to capture a few clips of the conversation we had. We spoke about black love, if it exists. We also got into like mental health and what we do to manifest the things that we want or the direction that we want for our lives. So if you're interested in that type of chatter, keep on watching. I had to turn on the camera because me and my bestie, we have really good talks. We will get into, we started out talking about freaking Anunnakis. That's where this conversation started.
How the hell did it get to?
I don't know. We can't rehash that. That conversation has left the building. Talking about black love and if it has a presence in a sense, right?
It's not even about presence. It's more so like, you know, kind of like wanting that, but yet still feeling like it's impossible. Like with like the current climate and having with what's going on with the current climate in like dating and like the black community and stuff like that, it's starting to kind of like reluctantly like opening up your options. Like, you know, it's fun and great to want things, but maybe what I want is just not gonna show up the way I want it to show up.
I can say that black love was something that I wanted. That's the reason why I watch black love stories. That's the reason why whenever I'm a romantic type of girl. Like I'm a big romantic. I romanticize. You guys see me, you guys know me. I romanticize everything. That's what I'm a lover girl. Mm-hmm. I'm a lover girl. With me though, I didn't see any black representation growing up. Mm-hmm. So therefore, even though I'm a lover girl, I didn't see, let me not say that. Let me not say black representation. It's just healthy,
positive, black
positive, yeah. Because I'm a black woman. I'm from a black man and from a black woman.
Exactly.
So
I bet that's the main reason why, you know, seeing black love and having black love is important, because I feel like that's another person who can relate to my struggle. You get what I'm saying? And understand the black struggle and what it means to be a black person. Yeah. In this day and age, especially in America. I feel like, you know, there's not a lot of people of other races that can understand the black struggle without coming across as trying too hard or minimizing or kind of like saying you're dramatic. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I haven't seen it, if that makes sense. I haven't had a personal experience of it. Sure, you see what they tell you in movies and documentaries and like who broadcasts your like interracial relationship on the internet, but you don't see the inner workings of it to really know what it is. So you feel like you never know until you try. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, I feel like as humans or as different races, we gravitate to what we grow up and what we are used to. So normally, like each race naturally is attracted to their race, but there's something that happens, some trauma, some trigger, some self-hate, something happens along the way where you divert and say, you know what, I'm gonna try something different. But I feel like innately we are attracted to our own. Yeah, I would like to think that that's so-called true, but I've never found a black person that treated me how I was supposed to be treated. I wasn't fortunate enough in finding one. So as much as I think that black love is beautiful, black love didn't serve me. I had to tell myself that this is not something that I'm going to make a criteria anymore. It's not something that I'm going to be looking for anymore. I mean, for me, as somebody who have only dated black people, like I've never had experience with another race before, any of them. I can honestly say that I can see how it's disheartening. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? I've dated, I know not everybody I did were inherently bad persons. It's just bad people. It's just humans are humans. You get what I'm saying? And some traits are not compatible with your traits, and everybody have a standard and everybody have an expectation as to how they want to be treated and their love language and how they want to be loved. You get what I'm saying? And so we can measure up to that. And dating, being somebody with predominantly black experience, not predominantly black, only black experiences, it was looking bleaky there for a minute until I found my husband. I feel like my husband is everything I could ever dreamed of. I just feel like it just changed the game, and it's just kind of like, oh my god, everything was just so effortlessly. I feel like I get my needs met without even asking. Like, it's just, we complement each other, if that makes sense. And I feel like,
if he wasn't black,
I don't know. Like I said, it's his energy, but then again, I can't imagine.
If he had the same energy, but just a different race.
I don't know, because at the end of the day, the energy can't be and the energy cannot be the same.
The same energy. That's the question. If he had the same energy, but he's not black,
I feel like I would entertain it, but I just feel like it wouldn't hit the same because some of the. So I don't know.
But that's not the question. I'm not asking you anything beyond that. If he wasn't black,
I can fathom it, but I would. Yeah.
I don't care what you can fathom. Did you fathom this question?
I can fathom.
Did you fathom this question? I want to know. I want to know whether you can fathom it or not. Let's say that was the case. If he wasn't black, would you be going the same way? Make you feel the same way? If he triggered, would you allow his race to stop you from loving that man?
I don't think so.
Thank you. And I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
But hey, the point is, he's black.
He is black.
Thank you, Lord.
He is black.
That's just the je ne sais quoi to it. Okay?
But
I love my black king, okay?
Just earlier, I don't want to say reminded, but it dawned on me that my wife isn't black.
And we were over here.
I
was the one that said to her, like, first of all, I didn't find myself black. Like, myself black to me.
if I tell you that I felt otherwise, like I am aware, I was aware, like, don't get me wrong, I'm aware. I'm aware, I'm not an idiot. But my daily life, it feels like I'm as comfortable as you know what I mean? Like, she feels black to me. And there's no issue that I feel as a black woman that when I voice those issues,
you feel uncomfortable.
I feel uncomfortable, or I feel any sort of way. If anything, she's the one who kind of like expresses how shit's fucked up for black people.
Or you have to hold your tongue because you feel like she wouldn't understand.
Yeah, I don't have to hold my tongue for nothing.
I was saying to her, like, I realized that maybe she doesn't feel it because there's cultural similarities.
Yeah.
I feel like cultural similarities make up for the different races.
Melissa's Guyanese, for anybody that doesn't know. Excuse me, Melissa's Guyanese, and we listen to the same music.
Because I think that is a culture. It's because you're culturally similar. You know, like in certain foods and the music, and because let's be honest, once you're in the Caribbean or you're from the Caribbean, you're going to be intertwined into Jamaican culture. But Jamaican culture is the most popular Caribbean culture. So I feel like every other Caribbean country has a Jamaican flavor to it. Is it listen to the music or you're eating Jamaican food? Jamaican is immersed in your culture. Be careful that big, because the last time we had this conversation over when I had my first TikTok. I said what I said, okay? Back me.
We had a conversation quite similar to this, and it took a different tone. We're not gonna get into it. But I said what I said.
I understand that it's get to the girls' panties in a bunch.
Right.
But
I said what I said.
But I said what I said, and this is my point. You know what? It's facts. It's my facts, okay?
Listen,
and
if you don't know what we're talking about, I'm so sorry because we're not getting into it. But if you do know what I'm talking about, girl,
we said what we said.
It's either you agree or you don't. But we said what we said.
It's not so far off where they're desensitized to the struggle, if that makes sense. Because she has her her.
Let's just say I believe in black love. I just wasn't fortunate in finding it. That's not my love story.
Yeah.
But I like to watch it.
Yeah,
that's why I watch it.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
When it's healthy. Listen.
When it's healthy.
It's healthy. It's food for the soul. Sometimes I'm telling you, like, it be so good over here. Sometimes I'm wondering, like, am I doing enough? Like, am I making him feel half the things and how I'm just out here in blissful land? Like, that's what, I don't know if this is weird to say. I feel like that's when you know that, damn, you're really being loved right, because you're out here questioning yourself. Like, am I measuring up? Like, is he feeling what I'm feeling?
To this day, I have to check in with Melissa. To this day, I have to check in.
Do you feel my love?
Yeah. Do you feel my love? Yeah.
Do you feel how I feel about it? Do you feel how important you are to me? Do you feel how you are an extension of me? Like, I can't imagine this life without you. It's kind of like, of course you can live without people, but I don't want to live without you. Do you understand that?
I don't.
Like, it's kind of like, because if like they do so much and like, oh my god, like,
listen, the other day I had to check myself, and when I say the other day, I do mean like I can safely say it's been over a year that I've been actively working to watch because my mouth is clicked. Listen, I'm not rude because I'm a rude person. When I get defensive, my mouth is slick and it's quick. Like it'll be catching me off guard. I'm like, whoo.
What did you just say?
Nothing.
I said I love you.
I'd be looking away. Like we're in the car and I say something and she's like, what? And I have to start looking. I have to start finding things outside because I will never fix my mouth to speak to my wife.
Exactly.
Anyway, are you crazy?
Yeah. The respect is.
Are you crazy? When I get passionate about something, like a point, or I feel like I'm not being heard, but I don't think that I don't call that shouting.
Yeah.
I talk loud. If I get excited, I'm loud. If I'm passionate about something, I'm loud. If I'm having a deep conversation, I go up. So I have been practicing to, when I feel passionate, trying to get my point across, not to raise the bar. I'm not shouting. Okay, I'm not shouting at you. I'm not, because inside of me, girl, I'm not shouting.
Yeah, you don't feel like you're
I don't
shouting.
feel like I'm shouting. Yeah. But I have to remind myself to bring down the volume. That's the first thing I have to start doing. Like, remind myself to bring down the volume. It doesn't need to be that loud. So I bring down the volume, and then I've just been teaching myself to understand that two things can be right at the same time. Because it's two different experiences, right? She is feeling how she's feeling, and her feelings are valid, just as how I am feeling what I'm feeling, and my feelings are valid. So I have to be very conscious when we're having like disagreements. I have to be very conscious in how I react. Don't get me wrong, there are triggers. Triggers are thrown around. We're not going to act like people can't be triggered by something, or how, like, the energy, or how someone speaks, or what someone says. But even in that moment, and it's not perfect, because sometimes I have to catch myself, like, all right, calm down, bring it back.
Yeah.
Bring it back. One, who are you talking to? To myself. Who are you talking to, Naomi? Let's remember who we're talking to. Because if someone was supposed to be talking to my wife the way how I catch myself talking to her, it'll be a goddamn problem. It would have been an absolute problem. So how dare, you know what I mean? That's kind of where I have to tell myself, like, no one can speak to my wife any way, and it don't be a problem for me. So that should not be coming from me. Both parties have to, one, be cognizant of that and want to be, want to know, want to also ensure that they are doing the same work. Is it perfect? Do we get it right all the time?
Yeah.
No, but we always figure it out. I love the relationship I have with Melissa.
Yeah. It takes work. Trust me, it takes work. And it takes like being willing to listen to each other and like communicate and talk stuff out. Like no matter what it is, like to have somebody who creates that space for you guys to discuss anything and talk through it. Because I feel like even if you those little things, I feel like if you keep things in and leave it to fester, it creates resentment. I feel like you have to hash it out as soon as possible and just like talk through it. And trust me, sometimes the conversations are uncomfortable.
Right.
You don't want
Don't go to sleep upset.
Don't go to sleep upset.
Don't go to sleep upset. We try to do that. Because the next day you don't, first of all, you're sleeping, but you're not sleeping. Because you wake up feeling it. You wake, it's in the air, it's ominous, it's lingering, it's heavy, and it puts you in a position now whereas you look back and you wish you could take back something you said, but you can't. You've already said it.
Honestly, I'm grateful for my husband because he is
I brag now in our relationship, and I've been saying it to Melissa. I remember when she was the calm one, she was the wise one, she was the one that was able to pull herself out of it and ensure that we have the correct conversations, because we can be having multiple conversations but not talking about but we're not having the right conversation, because half the time there's a misunderstanding there and half the time it simply started because there was an unknowing trigger, because she's not purposely trying to trigger me. There are cases where I've said something slick just because I know it's gonna you know what I'm saying? It's gonna the slick mouth, I know it's going to eat. You know what I mean? But again, that is not how I want to speak to my wife. No matter how quick and fast I think my mouth is, never to my wife. No, I'm the one that's kind of in our discussions and disagreements, I pull myself out of it faster, out of being, even if I feel like in this moment you are purposely trying to be difficult. So I have to kind of be like, you know what? Tell me what you feel happened in this conversation. I want to hear what your side felt like, because in order for me to understand and for us to channel this conversation into a healthy direction, I need to know what you're experiencing. Yeah. I'm better able that way to communicate in a way where you could understand. A lot of people aren't compatible, in a sense, whereas they either don't have the patience or they just don't have the space for that specific person. Yeah.
There are people who don't deserve your respect. My husband's a great man and he deserves respect. Ain't no way I should be out here, he doing all these things for me, and I should out here disrespecting him and belittling him and talking down to him or whatever. Ain't no way. So I don't know, it's just automatic. It's second nature. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You rest in your feminine energy. We respect each other. We respect each other. We love each other. We talk to each other with kindness. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, it's very sad to say, but sometimes I'm the one, like, he's the patient one, like he always call me spaghetti. I'm all over the place. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like my emotions are all over the place or whatever the case may be, and he is very calm and never invalidates how I feel and like listens and try to either lighten the mood or understanding how I'm feeling, and never let me feel like this feeling is insignificant and I'm tripping and I'm crazy or overreacting or dramatic or whatever the case may be. And sometimes I feel bad because at the end of the day I can't control my feelings. You get what I'm saying? I feel what I feel, but I have to learn how to navigate them. You get what I'm saying? So I don't project every little energy. And sometimes the energy is positive, and we love when energy is positive. But sometimes you have those intrusive thoughts. Right. Not project it, because let's be honest, my goal is to create a peaceful environment for my husband. Period. I can be out here every feeling I have to. I don't have to project every feeling. I can internalize something and figure this shit out on my own without pushing it off onto somebody else and misplacing this and just like all over the place. So sometimes I feel bad, you get what I'm saying? But one thing I give myself credit for is, listen, I'm the first person to apologize, okay? I'm the first person to sit with my child and realize, you know what? I did something wrong. I'm never ashamed to own up to.
Yeah.
I could have handled that better. I'm really sorry. I'm the first person to acknowledge and work on it. Not just say I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But make necessary change to not make a repeat of this or do better and get better over time, whatever the case might be. And I feel like even though right now it's kind of like he's a little bit more patient than I am and a lot more the calm one. As a matter of speak, I feel like, and I hope what makes it not be overwhelming is, you know, my ability to acknowledge that you don't have to point out that, okay, that was a little bit, I don't give you the opportunity to do that. I get it. I am very self-aware.
Yeah.
I can come and own up to it.
We love a self-aware queen. We love a self-aware queen.
I don't give you the chance to really call out my mishaps. I call them out myself and I own up to it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like that kind of like helps.
I feel that's the difference between being, and we were talking about the difference between being spoiled and the difference between being a spoiled brat.
Yeah, I'm spoiled.
I'm spoiled.
But I'm not.
I just admitted
to the fact that she's spoiled.
Because I always thought of spoiled being, there was always a negative connotation behind the word spoiled. So I always was like, I'm not spoiled.
Yeah, I was just telling her, like, I feel the same way when my husband says I'm spoiled. Whatever, I always feel like it's negative or it means I'm a brat.
Yeah.
But the more expensive, I was like, yeah, he spoils me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not a brat about it. I'm very grateful. You get what I'm saying? I'm not a spoiled brat. One thing I am is grateful. No matter how small, no matter how grand or whatever, I'm always appreciative. You get what I'm saying? So a spoiled brat is somebody who is not appreciative if they don't get exactly what they want when they want it. It's an attitude. It's a da 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 da. Listen, sometimes I ask for stuff and if it's a no, it's a no. And I move on. It's like, okay, you don't be like and throw yourself on the floor or whatever.
Listen.
Yeah.
That closet in there, so. Me never gonna stop it, girl. Me never gonna stop it now. But it have to get it. Me did have to get it. Me did need it, girl. I swear to you. My soul wouldn't be okay. My YouTube channel, girl, it deserved that. It deserved it. It deserved to see. Because that's one of the things that not one of the things.
It's a space to walk into and feel creative and feel like you feel inspired to go in, and it's a designated space to film
all my collection, to look at the things that I love and I appreciate, and that makes me happy, and I don't care.
Your personality, it's you in that room.
It's your space. It's a place where I can go and I can be myself. Because even myself gets a bit much from Melissa. Even me get a little bit much from Melissa too, and that's the reason why I have my bestie here, because the brain, it goes. And I'm an overthinker.
Oh my god.
I'm an overthinker.
Two overthinkers here, okay?
But when I go into that room, I feel nothing but creativity. I don't feel anything but happiness. I feel very lifted. And also because the wall is white. Oh my god. I love a white wall.
To be honest, bright colors
I love a white wall.
Off very much. It promotes light.
But that's not a bright color.
You know what I mean? It's neutral, like it's a light color. It's,
it's white. It's specifically white. I love a white wall. It couldn't be the color that it was in the room. It was a light color.
It's like a clean space.
It does create the feeling or the energy of being lighter. Like it's very cool, and that's what I like about it. It cools me. I like to see, you know what I mean? Like I like how it calms me in there.
I feel like it's a blank slate, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like, you know what's crazy? I'm kind of like going off on a tangent. You remember, was it last year? The beginning of last year?
What?
We were doing like this, we had this like list of manifestation, and one of them was like, I
always get what I want. That is what our manifestation, like I say it daily.
What's that other one? Or was that money loves me?
Money loves me. Yeah. Or
everything works in my favor.
Everything works in my favor. The universe has my back.
Yeah.
The universe has my back. And
I remember.
Yeah. Those are some good ones.
Yeah.
Those are some good ones. I use them. I don't chant them. I don't chant them. But whatever.
It's not a spell.
It's not a spell.
Okay?
Yeah,
it's not a
chanting.
spell, and I feel like a lot of it's more so kind of like putting positive energy out in the air. You know what I'm saying? It's speaking life into yourself.
I tell you, it's have to speak.
It's attraction. You know what I'm saying? It's laws of attraction, if that makes sense.
That is the first thing that is on my how you create luxury in you, a luxurious lifestyle. That is the first tip I share on there. You have to speak positively about yourself to yourself. I don't know if I've always been this way, but I'm not a talk down at myself type of girl. I'm just not. Don't get me wrong, I do have my days where past traumas gotten me to a space where I feel sad or bad or low or depressed. I always get out of it because I don't practice speaking badly about myself.
Sometimes
I practice speaking.
I feel like it's easy to not. Sometimes not even speaking badly about yourself. It's more so just focusing on the negative instead of like, it's like just if you had just switch around those letters, like you just switch around like the words, like. Instead of like saying, ugh, I hate how my hair is, kind of like, it can be like, okay, I'm having a bad hair day, but you know what? I'm grateful that I actually have this hair. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it's not necessarily speaking bad about yourself, but it's kind of like just framing the word in such like a negative way. You get what I'm saying?
To help you get there, because I know, and I've said it, I've said it to you, and I've said it to my brother, because me and my brother, we talk. Like, he's one of my favorite people. And I said to him that self-love is a muscle. Everything that you do well, it's a muscle. And to get big, strong muscle, you have to work out, right? You have to work at it. So just the simple act of, even if you don't believe it yet, ensure that when you wake up, you find something positive to say to yourself. Even if you don't feel it. Find something good about your life, and it's there. It's a life. Even if it comes down to life. Even if it comes down to that. I am happy that I woke up this morning. I don't know how dark of a time anybody's in or where anybody, but even just by practicing that because once you start saying that to your brain, the thing about it is the brain too, your brain's job is to protect you, right? So your brain will register that, all right, we are talking positively about ourselves. And if we're going to talk positively about ourselves and actually believe it, we have to feel it. Yeah. Your brain will do that. So your brain will start triggering endorphins or push you to do things to trigger endorphins. You should just start out with the act of just, even if you don't believe it, just the act of saying one thing positive about yourself every day. I don't miss a beat. Listen, I don't miss a beat. As I entered that room, because that's the first thing I do when I wake up. Yeah. I enter that room and
oh my god.
My house has never been cleaner, and I mean consistent clean. It gets its messy days, but it's never a mess. My house is never a mess. Ever. And not to my standards, I'll just say that. Yeah. Because I have that room, I can't afford for it to be dirty. Yeah. So I'm forced to clean it. And if I'm cleaning that room and I walk out,
get in the mood too.
I leave a clean, nice, bright space and I walk out and I see a mess, I have to fix it. So it literally starts floating around into all of the spaces. And now my home just feels nice and light and bright. Hate the wall colors, but we're not talking about that. Absolutely hate them. Every wall in this house, I hate the color. I wish I was able to speak to my landlord, because since this apartment was renovated, we were the first persons to move in. I wish I was able to meet my landlord upon moving in. He went through a broker. So, you understand, if I was talking to him and when we moved in, they were still doing work, I would have, because I always get what I want. I would have convinced him, since the workers are still here, paint the shit white. And if I have to pay for the paint, I'll pay for the paint. But could you just get the walls paint it white? And I would tell him it would sell. It would, even if I was supposed to live here, if you are getting tenants, white walls sell. People like the idea of going into a nice, bright, white space and start putting their personal take on things.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. White is a blank space.
Yeah.
Because if you have another color, you're trying to find stuff that will match in with the color. Unlike if it's white, you can whatever. If you choose to use freaking red, pink, whatever, it goes. You get what I'm saying? You get to put in your pop of color. If you're a bright person, what are you gonna do with already a painted canvas?
Honestly, I could have done so much in here already if the walls were white. I struggle. One, because I thrift a lot of things. I love going to the thrift store and finding really high quality pieces, because to buy what I am looking for in my home, the quality of things that I'm looking for in my home, to buy it's gonna be so expensive. I like intricate details in things. That is pricey, my love. Them call it champagne taste on sparkling wine budget. It took me a long time to kind of like start to find little things to kind of furnish the place, because I'm a thrifter. I mean, the couch, bed, stuff like that, you buy brand new. We bought brand new. Not that I have to. If it's in great condition and it's used, I would take it too. But we bought the couch brand new. Beds and stuff like that, we bought brand new. Curtains, of course, they come in a furniture place. But I just wish the walls were white. We would have been done. We would have been done. I've came across so many good things, so many great finds, but it just wouldn't make sense in the space because of just the wall color.
You know what motivates you? Why would you go with green?
Right.
Why?
Right. It's not a bad green, right? But it's because of the fact that it's a very dim space.
What I'm saying is, I just believe that if you're renting spaces, you go with white.
Agreed.
If this is a person, do what the fuck you want to do.
No, but what I'm saying is if it was like, you see how, if it was a bright space with lots of light and windows coming in, you can be creative that way. You can play with the light, right? Yeah. There's
the light is dim. And then there's
only one window here, and the window is not to the outside. It's to other apartments.
Yeah,
it's
bouncing off too many walls.
Right. And then I think what they should have done is, guys, bear with us. They should have put a sunroof here, because there's one in the hallway.
Yeah, and it's really fucking
bright in the daytime. They should have put one here. It would have made such a difference.
Damn, go to Trooper Road, paint the damn place white.
Or paint the place, but not everybody he went through a contractor.
What I'm saying is,
and the contractor wasn't a very smart one, clearly.
That's so dumb.
Or let me just say enlightened.
And it's cheaper to use white, because you use white to prime. You have to prime, then use this color.
Exactly.
It's so dumb.
Exactly.
It's not even cost effective.
Exactly.
You just
don't
project your favorite color onto us. Because all you need is just prime the walls 2 times.
Exactly.
You have to prime and paint again.
Exactly. Exactly, girl. It's madness in here. What's funny? Every room has a different color.
Because their bedroom is what? Yellowish?
The bedrooms have like an
white creamy.
The bedroom has like an eggshelly type of creamy.
The kitchen is white.
Yellow.
No?
Right?
The kitchen is white, no?
No, the kitchen is a grey. It's a light grey. But because it's a light grey, it's not bad.
It was eggshell too, no?
Was the same color. The bedrooms had the same color. Yeah. And then this green.
The lightest space in this house is the bathroom.
Because it's all tiled and it's a light. It's a light, and it's the recessed lighting. And it's that white light.
Or even if we're gonna paint it green, do recessed light.
Right.
Do more light.
Do something. And maybe it's budget, But I'm saying, but that it doesn't make sense to me because
But
you
like
could have
I
still.
said, then again too, it's probably like older people and they don't.
It is an older demographic.
Because like I was telling you when I came over, I was telling you that this reminds me of Jamaica. I feel like Caribbean people love to paint their insides with different colors.
Different colors.
Have a different color.
Love, and them know them that doing, and it was very intentional because there's no way you are going to be strong to buy 3 different color paints, because that's what you had to do. You have to go into Home Depot or Lowe's and go and pick up 3 different color paint and paint versus getting the big can
And the floors would look so much better with white too. The floors.
If it was white, honestly, if it was just one color throughout, because you realize it's two different color tiles. Because inside the museum,
and the bedroom is different floor.
And it's different tiles.
Each room have different paints and different flooring. Like what?
It's cute in here though. Let me not shit on my apartment. It's cute in here because I'm looking at the kitchen. And the setup there are cute touches in here. The setup is pretty modern. You understand? And it's stainless steel appliances. And I love, and don't get me wrong, I love my apartment. I love I love what I've made it. That is what I love about my apartment. I love what I've made it, despite of the horrible decisions that was made prior to moving in. I love my apartment.
But we're not focusing on negative.
We're not focusing on negatives though. Honestly though, I'm not gonna paint an entire apartment white. I'm not gonna spend that money. And the time it's a rental. It's a rental, and you guys
I'm pretty sure you guys don't plan to be here.
Planning on it, girl. I'm starting to speak to the higher power about it. It's one of the things that I actively try to ensure that I mention, that I bring up to myself, like, this is not my final resting place. Stop acting like it. This is not my final stop. Stop acting like it. I say that to myself. So do what you need to do. Do what I need to do. Grind. Do what I need to do to ensure that I secure that faster.
Yeah.
It can come faster.
But listen, at the end of the day, it's been a long journey, and look at this.
We started out talking about Black love. And that's the reason why I love talking to you. I can follow your streams of consciousness. and there are multiple streams. But
that sounds a little bit whoa.
No. I mean, streams of consciousness just means that, like, it's what you're capable of understanding at a time. I can follow if you shift and move on to something else, or something takes you into another conversation, and you can follow mine. I feel like you get me. You get me. You absolutely get me. Hi, my baby.
And I go even a week before. I'm not gonna make any excuses. It's like, oh, I have so much to do this week, and with the packing and stuff, girl, I'm still gonna make time from work. I wake up early in the morning, make time. As soon as I go, I'm getting to California on a Saturday.
Well, then that's going to be, thank you for inspiring me. That's going to be my thing. I'm going to commit 3 days in the gym, but then the next 2 days, I'll do 5 days from now. The next 2 days, I'll do a morning workout.
I feel like you have to really push through mentally.
Drinking sparkling water, by the way. Because, did I post that video? Yeah, I did mention it in my 2024 vision board. We cut out alcohol for the month of February. If after February I feel like I'm gonna keep going, then I'll keep going. But I've committed to February. Tea time. Cheers. Cheers, bitch. Hold on, is that dehydrated?
Girl, I was just trying to
lemon. It's beautiful. I'm very happy that you did. So we have dehydrated lemons when we make cocktails.
And ginger is at the bottom.
Oh. Purr. I love that for me. Let's try it. That's a nice blend. So it's a green tea mixed with spearmint tea bags. There's 2 bags in here.
Listen, I drink green tea religiously, okay? Every morning without fail.
Yeah.
I promise.
Me and Melissa, we're big tea people.
Girl, you know I'm a tea person.
So,
I am a tea
we have the tea bags. We ensure that we stay stocked, and we have different options. And some days you just feel for something different.
I drink tea 3 times a day actually. Yeah, drink in the morning, after I eat my lunch, and before bed.
I drink in the morning, and then we drink it after dinner.
3 times a day. Like, it's like how you like your coffee and you like to. I like when my tea doesn't have any sugar, no sweetness, and I taste like the depth of the green tea and all the other flavorings like that.
It's not overpowered with sweetness.
Yeah, it's just a little.
Yeah. So I like my tea too.
Yeah.
Melissa got me into milk.
Yeah, I like milk. I used to drink milk with my tea.
Because before I didn't take milk in my tea. I mean, she liked milk in her tea, so I would be making tea and I would just start putting milk in my tea too. Yeah. And when she makes me tea, she puts milk in it. But if I'm going to go like make myself a tea, just me going to make myself a tea, it's just water. There's nothing else. I might put like a lemon, or the other day I was trying the cinnamon sticks that you told me about.
Honestly, like, so my morning concoction for the morning, the first thing that goes to my stomach every morning is green tea, and I normally take the green tea with the ginger, and it has probiotics in it. That's my preferred green tea. And then I have it with I alternate every morning, is either addition of peppermint tea bag or lemon tea bag. And then I put like a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and I squeeze a little bit of lemon juice and cut up lemon slices, put in it. And then I add the cinnamon sticks, which the cinnamon stick gives it that natural sweetness without any calories. Like, I mean, when it gets to the bottom of it,
I would say it gives this sweetness. I think because your nose is so close to your mouth, and you're smelling it as you're drinking it. Cinnamon has a very sweet smell. Yeah. So cinnamon sticks. So you're going to get that. It tricks your brain.
If you're, I feel like if you're a person who's trying to like wean off sugar in your tea or something, I feel like that's a good trick.
And that is it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so you do not miss whenever I post another video. And as always, until next time, love you, bye.